Hello everybody, I'm Ian Abernethy, and in this video I want to talk about the basics of protecting others. Now, self-defense is a widely used term, it's a legal term, it's a term that we're stuck with, but it is problematic in many ways. To give one example, self-defense. Okay, the word defense infers that you're an object of an attack, you're defending against something. Obviously the aim is to not be the object of an attack in the first place. But even if we are, then when we come to the physical side of things, we don't want to be defending, we want to be preemptive and proactive. We want to have the initiative, we want to have the advantage. So the word defense can put the wrong picture in people's minds. It's problematic. So can the word self, because that infers that it's just you you're protecting. Now, it may be that you're protecting other people. Here in the UK, your legal right to defend yourself comes from a legal right to use reasonable force to prevent crime. It just so happens that the crime is against you. Well, if that crime's against other people, the same law applies. And again, the self-defense doesn't really make that clear and produces a problematic mindset. People just focus on protecting themselves, not those who may also be around them, the loved one, friends, family that they need to protect too. There's also a historical precedent for this, because Anko Itosu, he said, that karate is not merely practiced for your benefit, it can be used to protect one's family or master. So these are things that we should be practicing. The way to do this is to facilitate escape. If you're facing a group, the aim is to, as is always the case with self-defense, the aim is to get away from them, okay, to facilitate escape, not to fight there for a win where everyone's, unconscious around you and you're standing victorious. The aim is to escape the danger. Martial artists have a bad habit of reducing escape skills to being nothing but running away. They're not the same thing. Escape skills is a much wider package. It's not simply turn, tail, and running, okay? And because a lot of martial artists don't know that, one of the arguments against running away is, well, what if you've got people with you? Again, if you have got people with you, escaping is still the best option, and you need skills in order to facilitate that. And this is what I want to cover the basics of in this video. There's obviously a lot more to it. It's a lot more than we can cover in this simple video, but I hope it gives you some of the basics, some of the things to kind of start thinking about this important topic when it comes to self-defense. So we'll just do a little bit on protecting others. So we tend to talk about self-defense, that's the phrase. And we're stuck with that because it's a legal term. So we're stuck with it, but it's a problematic term. Because for two reasons. The first thing is the defense side of it infers that you're the object of an attack. And the whole point is you avoid that, and if you can't avoid being physical, you should be the one doing the attacking. You should be preemptive. Right, so the defense side of it is problematic, and the self side of it is problematic because you also can be protecting others. Your right to use force to defend yourself in this country, it comes from the same law that allows you to use force to protect others. Right, you're allowed to use force to prevent crime. It just so happens that force in self-defense is against you. But if a crime has been committed against somebody else, exactly the same thing applies. Is that okay? So you can use the same laws apply. Historically, Itosu, one of the old masters, he said, karate is not merely practiced for your benefit, it can be used to protect one's family. Okay, so it's not just about defending yourself, it's also about protecting others. So I want to do a little bit on the basics of that. Is that okay? So in a moment I'll ask you into four. So this is the first thing I would like you to do. Can I just put everybody for a second with me? So you imagine there's two of you, but I just need one for the moment. Is that okay? So I'll be two standing here, and this is the person I'm going to protect. Yeah, that's it. So this is all I want you to do. First thing is, right, is you can't just shout at that person, run. Because they probably won't, because they'll be scared, they'll be maybe frozen in the spot, they'll maybe be rooted, they'll be having that adrenal dump. So you need to guide this person a bit more because they're going to be frozen. Right? First thing you're going to do is if this other person is there, is move this person like this. Right? Don't see how pushed him back if you can. Try not to step straight into the line of fire, because if he starts swinging a shot, you might get one as well. Is that okay? So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to move your arm in so this person's here. When you've got their arm, you're going to shout at them, you've got to hold it, give me your arm, give me your arm, give me your arm. Right? You're going to put the arm around the waist. Right? You're going to say, hold on. Next thing you're going to be doing is get your head down, Right? Then the next command is move with me, move with me. In a minute we'll have him coming at his eyes. Now that person is now protected, and once I know he's got hold of me, I can now go, I've got my arms up, keep moving with me, keep moving with me, now I've got my arms and that person's safe. Is that okay? But they're going to be terrified. So if you can't be nice about it. You can't go, excuse me, can you give me your arm for a second, please? Because I won't hear any of this. So this is what I'd like you to do. Just forget about the other person or people at the moment. They're just going to act as bodies. We'll get them moving in a second. But what I want you to do is step in. Get your arm! Hold it! Get your head down! Get your head down! Move with me! Move with me! He's okay, so he's clear on what you want him to do. What he might do is when he's got hold of you, they can sometimes freeze and hold you still. But we'll deal with breaking that in a second. So okay, we've got a quick go. So we get into fours. Two people who stand there being still standing bad guys for a moment, and then just so we can rehearse the routine and then we'll make it more lively. Is that okay to give that a go? Okay, so your objective is to get your arms free as quick as you can in such a way that person's not standing there just getting hit. Is that okay? That's the thing. So once you've got this arm, once you've got it around your waist from there, then they don't always drop the head because you know what's coming, right? Yeah. so that's it. So the objective is to make sure you've got your arms free. So once you've got that arm around your waist from there, just head down, right? Keep hold. It helps if you touch this. So that remember, keep hold, right? Because again, they're scared. They might not process what you're talking about. And then you start moving. Now, if your partner starts to let go, so if you start to let go from there, no, keep hold! You know what I mean? And you've got to be forceful with it, drag it in. The other one you get is if you hold me really tightly now, you get this thing where he's scared, so now I can't move. Let me move! Let me move! You know what I mean? So it's very clear on what you're trying to do. Pull. Because if you just go, let me move, the noise won't get in. Don't hold me, move! You know what I mean? So they understand what it is you're trying to achieve. And now I've got two hands and I'm ready to defend myself with it. Is that okay? So you want to be really forceful with your voice. Because they're going to need that, and it's also intimidating the other people too.
There's a risk that they're going to let go.
Yeah.
If you're shouting, let me move.
Let me move. And that's so
still let go altogether.
Yeah. That's it. But this is why you keep that arm on. So if they're there, you hold us tight again. It's let me move. But I'll keep the arm myself there. Hold on. If the arm comes loose, you start to let go of me. That's it. No. Keep hold. That's it. So they're very clear on what you're trying to do. Is that okay? So that person is then like, there. We don't do this for overly long. We'll do it in a minute. But once I feel that I've got enough space between the two of them, then I'll pull the arm off. Run with the gun! Do you know what I mean? So they're aware of it. It's just protecting them for long enough. Because otherwise they're doing something stupid while you're trying to defend them. You dealing with this guy, they've run up to someone else, it's chaos. So you say, right, I need some order on this.
It reminds me of being about 7 years old with my dad.
Yeah.
Kind of mentality, isn't it?
It is, yeah, because it's got to be that command and control thing. Yeah. Okay, so they're going to be scared, they're going to freeze them, they're not going to think properly. So you need strong, forceful commands. Is that okay? With physical movement to underline it, otherwise they won't get it.
I guess you can't rush it either. Like, you've got to do it fairly quick, but you can't. Like, just expect it to happen straight away.
No. And so all the while here it's swinging shots, not going to deal with them, and it's how it's going to be. You know what I mean? But so long as you can drill this a lot, you know what you're trying to do, so you feel it's loose. Get hold of me! Keep hold! Let me move! You know what I mean? So you've got to be able to process that while you're dealing with them. Which is why we need to drill this now, so in the heat of it, you don't think, what am I supposed to do again? It's almost instinctive to keep that person behind you. Is that okay? One more quick go, and then we'll boost it up a little bit. Okay, perfect, thank you very much. Really important is once they've got hold, let go. Do you know what I mean? If they start let go, then re-secure it. But you want your hands free because you're going to have to be pushing people away and defending. If you clasp both hands on here, the person runs in and punches you in the face, and you've got no means to stop it. That makes sense. So once you've got one arm out trying to keep space, once you've got the grip on, move with me. Then anyone who gets close enough gets smashed. Until you've got sufficient taking, you'll pull it off and then go run and pull it so they start running with you. Is that okay? So all we're trying to do is make sure that they stay functioning. Because if they get hit the ground, now you've got to try and pick him up by his ankles and drag him around. It suddenly gets very, very difficult. So the main thing is this person cannot get hit in the head. Is that okay? You're the one with the skills, you're the one with the training, so I need to control this. But as soon as you've got that arm on, hands up. Is that okay? If they start doing something, get your head down! If they start letting go, keep hold! So it's very clear what you're trying to want them to do. Is that okay? Afterwards, there might be some complaint. Nobody can shout at you like that. You know, but at the moment, you need to make sure that you can get through that frozen, terrified brain. Is that okay? Because they won't want to move and they won't want to do anything. So you've got to snap them out of it. Is that okay? We're going to break the freeze for them and you. Okay, one more go and then we'll do it in a part of it. Make sure the whole hard point is get your arms back up. Okay, that's the point. But this is something you drill it, you drill in various scenarios, you drill it live, but just to kind of go on the basics. All I want you to do now is you're going to have one hand up. That's going to be a fake head. Right, so we're not going to hit it particularly hard now. We had the pads up earlier, but we're just going to have that there. The idea is St. Louis moves in front. If he gets close to it, bang, get back! Do you know what I mean? That needs to be the idea. When I feel I've got to, like, they're too close at the moment, so I still have my hands up. Keep your head down, keep your head down. When I bang, 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 run! Now I want to run with them. Does that make sense? So the other people are just going to be walking forwards with hands. While you're using your voice, as well as shouting commands at them, you can shout commands at them as well. Is that okay? So the idea is once I've got in here, I've screamed, if I do slowly, is that right? I've screamed, give me your arm, I've screamed, get the head down, move with me, and you can do dumb things. You can hold me too tightly, you can let go, and I've got to correct that as we're doing it. Keep hold! Is that okay? But all the things, get back! Get back! You know, let's go from there, bang! Okay, run. Is that okay? So if we just do one. So the idea is, person there, they're the vulnerable target. First thing, get it out! Get back! Get back! Get your head down! Get your head down! Don't move! Let me move! Run! You get the idea? Just so you get the basics idea. That was good duking. Because he was being awkward. which is good. I was at a grading once. I saw a guy do the drill and went, "Me. So if you can be the guy who's defending me." The person who's been defending went, "Okay." Well, it's great if you've trained your entire family what to do in a heartbeat, but you're assuming that they don't know what to do, and you need to take control. Is everyone okay to give that a go? We're going to have a little go at your partner. So there's the basics of it. So, this idea, self-defense-wise, your objective is always to try and escape. And as I've talked about before, there's a whole set of skills associated with escape. It's not just running. You know what I mean? So what people often do is martial artists who never consider this stuff, who don't want to consider it, will do things like we talked about, well, what if he's a better runner than you? Well, we talked about that earlier. You make sure he's not before you run. You scramble his brain, you take his legs away. Before you don't just turn and run, you'll catch him. You make sure he's discombobulated or unable to give chase, or unable to give effective chase. Another excuse that people give is, so why you can't run away is, well, what if you're with other people? Well, I mean, what do you do then? You're not serving their interests. Say there is 4 of them, and you go, are you ready? Let's fight. Right? Then you're not protecting this person, you try and hit them, you get overwhelmed with numbers, and you're all still standing there. It's not easy, and the odds are against it. But you need to practice it and go, what's the best thing I can do is get this person out of here. Is that okay? I need them not to get in their head, and I need to get them to move with me, because I'm the one with the training who can work out what the best direction to move on. This person, I just need to get them doing what I need them to do. Is that okay? And again, within karate, there's traditional precedent for that, as I said. Itosu was clear that karate is not merely practiced for your benefit. It can be used to protect one's family or masters. It's something we should be training. Is that all right? Okay, 1 minute break. Quick mouthful of water, then Christian's going to take over. Is that okay? You did really well there, folks. It was excellent. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Now, obviously, a video can't cover everything. So I hope in watching that, you've got a few questions, a few kind of what ifs and, alternate scenarios that you need to explore. That's a good thing. Research this topic, practice it, learn as much as you can about it, because it is an important part of keeping ourselves safe from criminal violence. Now, the term we use for that, as I said at the start, is self-defense, and hopefully you can see some of the problems with that. But within our self-defense training, escaping from groups and protecting others from groups is something that we should be practicing, because it can and does happen, and we can't just reduce self-defense to one-on-one fighting to a conclusion, because that's the skill set we have and because that's convenient. We need to look at the problem and make sure that we've got the skills and the drills to address the problem, and there is a good chance you'll be facing more than one person when facing criminal violence, and there is a good chance you may have to be able to protect other people. So this is something you should be studying, and more importantly, it's something you should be regularly practicing as well.